Live?
Live.
Alright. Howdy folks, Trappin Full Cal Diltmar right here. Coming at ya. Went on a little fishing trip with a buddy of mine, went down the Ohio River looking for some big blue cats. Fortunately, they didn't want to play. We got a bunch of small ones. We got some big garfish too. I don't know if you can see it laying on the table here in front of me. Got a couple of these and brought them home. Gonna eat them. Gonna eat some of them, and I actually use them for bait. They make pretty good catfish bait too. So I figured I'd show you how to get through this armor to get into them and what I do. A couple things I use. I've got an old dive knife that I use. It's got a serrated edge. It does real good for getting in for the first cut. For cutting through the hide then, I've got a pair of all-purpose shears. Walmart you can find these things at. It does real good for cutting through this. You want something thin though that once you get under the hide you can move easier. I've tried like right hand and left hand tin snips, the big scissor shears like that. It works, but sometimes it's kind of big and bulky and hard to control everything there. I found these are pretty easy to handle controlling here. From that, we're just going to get right into it here because I know I've only got 20 minutes on my camera here. You'll need a couple knives, whatever knife is your favorite. I got a little fillet knife here and a little bit bigger one here. They really don't need to be that sharp because once we get under this hide, it's pretty smooth sailing. It's just getting into all of this. See how hard these things are. So alright, we'll get right into it here. What I've done is I've tied it off just to save a few steps. Watch the teeth on these things. They have teeth that actually stick out and can cut you even though they're dead here. You brush across that, it's going to cut you, and it gives you a pretty good owies. So keep that in mind. I tied this off. I'm going to actually save the head for another project at some point, so I didn't want to run a nail through it and pound it down or anything. I tied it off just to hold it in place so I can turn it around and put some bending, pulling on it if I need to. I use my dive knife, the serrated edge. You can probably use a knife, a hatchet, anything else. I already got it started here, but you come up under the scales here, cut in a little bit, it gets you right in there. Then you take the snips, and I always go right behind the head here. Cut right on around, and you can hear how hard these bones are. There's a few different ways. It doesn't really matter on a pattern here how you want to do it. This is the way I'm going to do it. I'm going to come right down the center of the back here. You can see the line here that I'm going to try and follow somewhat. Ain't got to be pretty, but you can see how these all-purpose shears just cut right through this armor. This is the worst part about these garfish. And this is why I pound down the head so you can got better control here. I usually stop right here. You could go farther if you want, but I'm going to stop right here. Cut down. Cut down on this side. I don't know if you might want to move over here for me. I'm going to be bouncing back and forth here. Cut down like so. Just try and bring it down to the bottom here. And these things might be about done because they've done a few of these already. Nope, there we go. I know I've seen other people do it to where they cut these fins off with a hatchet. It kind of lets you in there too to get at it. But now you got this thing upright. The bees apparently love these things. They've been pestering us all day out here cleaning our catch. Start up here at the top is where I start. Just like anything else, get just under the hide, the skin, and you can see it starts peeling right back. And to save you some time, you can actually use your fingers a little bit here. Just watch running them too close to the edge because it will cut, as you can see right there. For demonstration purposes, I did this. But you get into some tight spots here, get the knife out and clean it up there. But once you got it down here, you'll feel the spot where it just will not slide anymore. Same thing here, I'm going to get this front started. trying to get my finger under there without cutting it wide open, because it will cut you like a knife. There we go. Pretty much in there now. I'm going to come up here a little bit more. I don't know if you can see this, but I'm going to show you. See how thick this hide is here? When you can see how thick my fillet knife is here. Here's a kitchen knife, but look at how thick that hide is there. That's why it's so hard to get through. It's just like armor. So, alright, we got it started here. Now what we'll do is get under it, and we just keep working it right on down like so. Sometimes it's easier said than done. Get him turned around so he's a better angle for me. Get right under and keep on working. Apparently we got somebody here. If you want to. Out of here. I'm going to do me a favor and hold this back for me. Open it up. Sometimes it helps to have two people to do this. It's a pain. The only other thing is if you're by yourself here and you have this problem, you don't have another guy here, you can make a couple more relief cuts in here to get down under this. Just helps peel it down more for you. Alright, I think I got it here. I get down to just about the belly, and we call it good there. Now we'll get this side done too. You want to help me here too? It's going to help peel it open for me. What's cool about this is you don't have to worry about cutting his fingers here, because that knife will not go through this. I've only cut a couple people, by the way, too. Almost there. Alright. We got her. Alright. Now you can see you got this thing all bared in here. Now what I'm going to show you. My hand's cleaned up a little bit here. Get under here just a little bit more. Alright, we're in. Now if you look, you can see the different layers here. This is actually just a back strap like here. You can cut that out, but it's kind of tendony. Right here is a good chunk of meat, and it runs all the way down. See how it separates there? We're going to take that right out, right down to the backbone. And we'll do that on both sides. So we're going to run right down there, just like so. Come down here all the way, right along the backbone again. You can go all the way down to the tail if you'd like, however far, it don't matter. I'm just stopping there, so there's pretty good meat right here, and the tail, it might be good. But like I said, most of the time I'm using this for catfish bait is what I use it for a lot of time. However, it is good dinner fare. Been a while, been quite a few years since I've had some, but I actually saved some of the first one that I got today to eat, so. Alright, we're here by the ribs. See the ribs come out there? That's all I'm going to do. I don't want to get into the stomach on these things. I didn't think I cut myself that bad, but hope everybody's okay wherever it's going. It's like the air medic going over. Again, see where it separates here? You see that? How it separates down? Take your knife, run it right down that backbone. Take it all the way down on the backbone. You feel the rib cage there, or the bones, and just let the knife work. Don't force it, just let the knife work. You got a good sharp knife, it'll work for you. If you don't, you'll probably cut yourself. That's how you get cut. So here I'm bringing it back down. I don't know if you can see. I don't know, my hand might be blocking if you want to come around this way to show. See how the rib cage is here? I'm actually taking my thumb and following the ribs down. See how it's coming right out of there? Just like so. Get up here by the head here, get it out. And there's a nice cut of meat, and we got friends. Dang hornets. Anyways. Alright. That's it. Opened up, meat out of it. The good eating meat. I'd stay out of the stomach. I've heard it's poisonous. Eggs are supposed to be. I don't know for sure. This is things I've heard, so who knows. On this meat here, if you are going to use it for dinner fare, you can see this darker stuff here. I'd trim a little bit of that off a little bit before you eat it. And this actually will separate out again. You can see where there's two separate pieces of meat here again. And then you can dice it up, cut it into chunks, boil it in Mountain Dew, dip it in butter garlic, eat it that way, kind of like a lobster, poor man's lobster. You can deep fry it, cut it into strips and deep fry it into little balls. Eat it that way. But you want to focus back on me, move back over here or something, and we'll wrap this up. Well, that's, hopefully you learned something from this. Catfish bait. Cut these into bits and pieces however big you want. This will vacuum seal real nice, so you've got meat bait for all the time too. Eating it, vacuum seal it too. I'd soak it in water, hose it off real good, get it looking good and white. The white meat go in there, get all the blood out of it first if you're going to eat it. It makes it taste a whole lot better. Chill it down too, salt water helps. But anyways, that wraps up the cleaning of garfish. Trappin' Fool here. Make sure you follow me, hit the subscribe button on YouTube. Follow me on Instagram at Cal's Outdoors. And you can find me on Facebook. I've got a outdoor page, Caleb Outdoors 2016. I'll get it yet. That's the to find the link for it. Hope you enjoyed this. If you'd like to see some things else, drop a comment in the comments here. Let me know. So until next time, Trappin' Fool out.